All right. So I've seen the list of the 16, the RBE Sweet 16 Forest intake. I've seen the list. And those who were picked for the Sweet 16, um, I'm a little shocked that I'm not shocked with who was picked for the Sweet 16. You know, but what I can say is salute the Wing. Wing, you did a great job with who you did pick for the Sweet 16. I can't say that. You know, I've been saying for probably the last week and some since watching the battles, watching the intake battles and other battles of some of the battlers, and just trying to, you know, learn about some of y'all or watch like some of y'all's newer battles or battles just in general, just to get a real feel for y'all. So the Sweet 16, it's a whole bunch of DMV in this. It's a nice amount of DMV in this Sweet 16. It is. It's a nice amount of DMV in the Sweet 16. We got Fuse the General. We got Gary Austin. We got Wordplay the Menace. Like, I would say DMV is represented very well with it. You know, like Wordplay, I've been high on Wordplay since I started talking about the battles, and who I thought was this or who I thought was that. So Wordplay was definitely somebody that I thought has a good pen. Like the punches was there. You know, that's why I'm looking at like y'all pictures and stuff that they have for y'all, and I'm reading what they have written for y'all. You got punches, wordplay, aggression, delivery, cadence, conviction, authenticity. Like, you have a great mixture with this RBE Sweet 16. It's a great mixture, in my opinion. Great mixture. Um, it's a great, it's a great mixture. Like, wordplay definitely was somebody who stood out to me, but I was familiar with wordplay even before watching Intake from his OSBL days. Like, I knew who wordplay was, and I've been a fan since then. I've been a fan since then. Um, so salute the wordplay. Salute the wordplay making the Sweet 16. Salute the Muggy. Salute the Muggy. Punches. He can rebuttal. Um, he can he can have a moment or two throughout his round. Like, Muggy can really fill up a round with some things. So salute the Muggy. Um, like I said, I told Muggy from the beginning when he was saying he didn't know whether he wanted to do the process. I told him, I told him, go through with it. And, you know, In his case, it's worked out just fine for him. Like it worked just fine. You know, sometimes you need somebody who's uh not a rapper to sometimes give you opinion, or at least somebody who's in tune with the culture as far as battle rap. You know, like I'm just thinking from what I've seen from Muggy. You know, I'm like he can go far. He's talented. He's talented. You know, when I think of Muggy, I think Puncher. I think Puncher when I think of Muggy. You know, I think he can put a round together very well. I think that too. Um, like it's not over for Muggy. Like now, whoever he got to battle next, he got to take care of business. You know, you and Young Guy ATM had a good back and forth battle. You and Trap Bandicoot had a good back and forth battle. You know, now whoever you battle next, you got to have a good battle with them. Like it's not gonna be a takeover if the mission doesn't get accomplished. Um, Gary, Gary Austin, familiar with Gary as far as his OSBL days. Um, was I like super in tune with Gary as far as OSBL? Probably not, unless like he battled somebody who had a name, you know. But I was like, oh, Gary's nice. Gary's nice. He's funny as hell. Like that's one thing you gotta give Gary. He's funny as hell. Like when Wing be telling Gary to shut up, I be thinking of Go Home Roger every time. I think that every time Wing tells him that. So like salute to Gary. Salute the Fuse in general. Salute to him. Salute the Showtime Battle League. Cause that's his league. Salute to that. Like Fuse has come a long way. Like he's another one that has been grinding and consistent. You know, he may not have battled like the Dames, but he is consistent and has good battles. So that's why I say salute the Fuse. Like I got 3 DMV in the Sweet 16. 3 DMV in the Sweet 16. Wordplay, Gary, Fuse. So DMV we represented. Please go out there and make the DMV proud. Go out there and make the DMV proud. Like go out there and represent for Kells and OSBL too. Fuse. I know at Showtime Battle Arena. I know they proud of you. They proud of you. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they proud of you. Um, like y'all have Fuse listed with he's tactical, he's creative, got aggression, vocal projection, and punches. I agree. Like whoever's job was to pinpoint what what these battlers have to offer. So far, with reading, reading on like the, each of their cards, like what they what they're good at. I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing with it. I'm agreeing with it. Like Fuse is dope. Like a lot of times when I talk to people and I'm discussing like the DMV, he does not get brought up. The only way he gets brought up is if I mention Showtime Battle Arena. That's the only way like people know who I'm talking about. But like salute the Fuse in general. You know, young guy ATM, Mr. Pimp Talk himself. Like young guy ATM is a prime example of somebody who marketed himself with, like, I think Pimp Talk, he has that as a podcast. Then he he just came off of battling A Ward on 3-0, I believe 3-0 Battle League, I think it's called. So young guy ATM is doing something right. If he got a battle with A Ward, like granted, A Ward is one of the help leagues. A Ward is definitely one of the help the smaller leagues, but I'm sure A Ward had an idea about young guy ATM before just taking that battle. It was a good battle too. It was a good battle. Like young guy ATM knows how to sell himself. He knows how to sell himself. And that's something that's needed in battle rap. When they're not marketing you and you are not on the card, you know, how do you keep yourself relevant? Like, what else are you doing besides battling? Like, I always ask that. Like, what do battlers do besides battle? Do you have a clothing brand? Do you have a podcast? Do you do music? Like, what else do you do besides battle? Like, salute the young guy ATM. Salute to him. Like, he definitely got performance. Like, if he got nothing else, he got performance. Like, that's the first thing when I watch his battles that I notice. I notice. Um, the punches, he got the punches too. But like the performance, he will have you dying laughing watching him battle. He will. He'll have you dying laughing. But while I'm dying laughing, I'm still listening for the bars, the punches. Like I'm still listening for these things. So salute the young guy ATM. Like he I like him. I like him. Ghost. Ghost has been around for a minute. I'm familiar with Ghost. Like I've seen Ghost battle on a ton of other leagues. A ton of other leagues. And it's like with certain battlers, you say if they get in the right situation, and the right people have their eyes on them, more people will be in tune with them. And as far as Ghost has always been dope. Ghost has always been dope. He got performance. He got the bars. You know, he got the performance. He got the bars. Aggression, yeah, yeah, I would agree. He got aggression. Um, so I'm agreeing with what we got here for Ghost. Cadence, performance, punches, aggression, lyricism. Sound about right to me. If you've watched a Ghost battle, you probably are agreeing with this. Kid, Cash Kid. I would say Cash Kid to me is a really good pen. He's a really good pen. Um, the way he puts it together, like I would like to know, like how does he prepare for battles? Like what is his thought process and what is his writing process? And how does he memorize the bars? Because he had a crazy performance. He had a crazy performance versus who did he battle? Was it Wordplay? I think it was Wordplay he battled. That's why I say that was a battle of, for me, like pens. Like good writing. Good writing punches. Um I was not familiar with Cash Kid prior to watching that battle. But watching that battle, I became a I became a fan. Like he has one of the better, I would say, pens. He has one of the better pens. And if I'm going out of the Sweet 16 and I'm talking pens, I would say him. I would say Wordplay. I would say Wordplay. Um, I Am Spoken. Like I keep hearing about him as far as being a puncher and everything like that. Because I did ask who were like the top puncher and the top pen, and Spoken's name came up. Like that's respect from your fellow intake people. Like they feel as though you have a really good pen. You know, like, and I asked these questions just to see how you guys viewed each other. That was basically the whole point of asking it. Like, I wanted to see was anybody gonna say them, and surprisingly, nobody said themselves, which is good. That you guys can view each other for what y'all do really well, and just be like, bam, so and so, boom, which is really really good. So you got hunches with a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all are funny. You got wordplay from a lot of y'all, aggression with a lot of y'all, performance with a lot of y'all. Um, Hollywood Heem. I think like prior to even knowing you were part of Intake, I watched a battle of yours. And I'm trying to think, was it Chef Trez? Was it Chef Trez that you battled? I want to say it was Chef Trez that you battled. And I'm like, who is this guy? I'm like, all right, he can rap. He got some performance. He got some punches, you know? So I'm like, all right. It's good when I watch a battle because I know the big name that the battler is battling. And then come out a fan of the person I didn't know in the beginning of watching it. It was always dope that way. It was always dope that way. Um, Ziggy. Ziggy B. Familiar with Ziggy? Salute Battle Algorithm. Salute. Like Ziggy, I'm familiar with before the whole intake process. I've seen other battles from Ziggy. And I'm like, Ziggy is a battler that's really, really good. That I'm like, the right situation, more people would be talking about him. They would be talking about him. Um, he represents the Carolinas too. Him, Zay, um, who else represents the Carolinas? I mean, I know him and Zay, as far as the Carolinas. Like, I know Zay represents Charlotte. We know that through and through. Like, if I say Charlotte, y'all automatically gonna know I'm talking about Zay. But like, there's some good battlers far as the Carolinas. Like, I'm not surprised Ziggy's in the Sweet 16. I'm really not. He definitely was somebody that, like, when I was going through watching the battles, I was like, I put his name over to the side because I said to myself, after I watched these battles, could I pick a 16? I couldn't do it. I couldn't pick a 16, honestly. I honestly couldn't pick a 16. Like, I was telling Raw Image earlier, like, I have certain battlers that I like. I have certain battlers that I like for certain reasons. Interesting enough, I said King Benny. King Benny's part of the Sweet 16. I was telling Raw Image that I would want to see King Benny versus Pain. And it's not the fact that I feel as though King Benny would beat Pain. The rapping styles and the way that they rap. I think it would be a good battle. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're both aggressive and talk a certain type of talk. That's why I say I think that would be a good battle. Like, King Benny's nice. Like, would I say he's unorthodox in how he raps? Maybe not. Nah, the word I'm not looking for is unorthodox. He's definitely has delivery. He definitely got delivery. I don't know if he's also him live. I'm counting on you to bring me up to speed in the rest. Alright, so the Sweet 16 basically is you got Insight, X-Man, King Shadow, EAZ, Fuse the General, Ziggy B, I Am Spoken, Hollywood Heem, King Benny, Cash Kid, Gary Austin, Young Guy ATM, Muggy, Wordplay the Menace, OG Prime, and Ghost. Those are your 16 for the Sweet 16 as far as RBE intake. Now, like I said, I had my picks of who I liked. Some got picked, some of them didn't. So that's why I say I don't know specifically what the criteria or what specifically they're looking for as far as when they narrowed it down to the Sweet 16. I can't really say. But you got a mixture here Like, you got aggression, you got wordplay, you got punches, you got cadence, you got delivery, authenticity, creativity. Like, amongst the 16. And when I think of the 16, nobody gives me the vibe of being the same. Nobody gives me that vibe. You know, I'm still not too familiar with OG Prime. I don't think I watched OG Prime's battle yet. I Am Spoken, I didn't watch your battle yet. But everybody who's mentioned you has spoken very highly of you. So that's all that matters to me. I'll still go watch your battle. X-Man, I did watch his battle. X-Man, I did watch his battle. He's interesting. He's interesting. I can say that. X-Man is interesting. Like, he's one of those people that raps that you kind of gotta like really listen to and pay attention to follow what he's saying. He's one of those. Like, he's one of those. EAZ, I've seen your name on plenty of cards. I'm not familiar with you though. Same goes for Insight. Insight. Why do I want to say that you've battled for Gates of the Garden before? I want to say that. I want to say that I know you from Gates of the Garden, or at least I know I've seen your name far as a battle for Gates of the Garden. I want to say that. King Shadow, like we were talking when I interviewed you the other day. Am I surprised you're in the final 16? Not really. Not really. I'm not. You know? Like, people are giving high praise for a lot of y'all. For a lot of y'all. Like, I know you're intake 1. Whereas a lot of people saying y'all been MIA. Intake 1's been MIA. Obviously, you've shown something that you're in the Sweet 16. Let's say that. For anybody, for the 16 that made it, congratulations. Congratulations, Like, I look forward to whoever you guys battle next. Whoever y'all battle next, I look forward to it. That's what I say it every time. Wing, I'm glad you were tasked with that job. And I'm sure it's no easy job trying to pick talent. Trying to pick talent is no easy task. Because, mind you, y'all got Max Out 3 is September 2nd. Then, I believe y'all have an event. So, trying to pick your Sweet 16, and then y'all have trying to plan these other events. I know you're a busy lady. I know it, but I'm rocking with the Sweet 16. I am. I'm rocking with it. Like, 1, 2, 3. 4. Well, so 8 out of the 16, I was familiar with prior to intake. 8 out of the 16, I was familiar with prior to RBE's intake. Out of the Sweet 16, I'm the other 8. I started knowing about y'all with the intake. With the intake, and for the most part, most of y'all made me a fan. Like if I've gave you feedback about your battle, I've become a fan of you from what I've seen, or I've liked something that I've seen. So it's a mixture of I know some of y'all, and some of y'all are learning about through the process. But overall, I like the mixture. I like the mixture of the 16. I do. I like the mixture. Like I look forward to whoever y'all battle next, and then y'all got intake versus bricks eventually. That's gonna be fire. Cause I was talking shit with Raw Image earlier about intake versus the bricks. Cause it's 16 of y'all first intake. And I was saying basically that they would go 12-4. Now that's a stretch. That's a stretch. I was reaching like that with that one. Then I said 15-1, and caution and Raw Image still thought I was talking crazy with that. So I don't know. I really can't say. I believe that at least one of y'all can possibly beat one of these bricks. Just possibly. I think it's possible that one of y'all beats one of them. You know? Like, they're supposed to go 16-0. They're supposed to go 16-0 if that's how this works. But, any given night, anybody can lose a battle. So, that's why I said 15-1. And then Ryan was just like, if one of us were to lose for us the bricks, what should the punishment be? I really don't know as far as that one. But it wouldn't be a good look to lose to one of the intake people. One of the intake guys. It wouldn't be a good look. I can say that. It would not be a good look. It wouldn't. It definitely wouldn't be a good look. Because at first I was like, whichever intake guy beat the brick should get their spot. But then I'm like, that's not realistic to happen. So I'm like, I don't know. The the political answer would be that the bricks would get the intake guys out of there. Is it possible for them to have some debatable battles? It's highly possible. It is. It's highly possible for them to have debatable battles. It is. Um, It is highly possible to have a debatable battle with one of them. But I'm sure that's not what the bricks are coming to do. Like, the bricks want to prove why they're where they're at, and the intakes are trying to prove why they're trying to become bricks. So it's a work in progress. It is. It's a work in progress, you know. And I'm just gonna stay tuned and tapped in with the spaces that y'all have each day. I pop in and out the spaces when I can, or like what I see on the timeline. You know, I just look forward to the next battles. The next battles, you know, it's a good thing going with intake. You know, we just gonna see what happens. But salute to RBE, salute to the Sweet 16, salute to Wings, salute to the intake process. And I'm out.